Hey guys, Shane here, and we just got to camp. I'm actually at the bed of my truck right now. I'm getting ready to unload some stuff. Sitting here on my tailgate, I got my Winnerwell stove, and so I'll show you guys, or tell you guys, a really cool thing that happened. My heart was racing about all afternoon until we got out here, but we camped here last week and we cleaned up everything. We left our hot tent stove here. I thought I had it in the tote, and then when I went to go check the tote today before we left, it wasn't in there, and my heart fell to my stomach. This stove just creates, obviously I'm helping to create the moment with my kids, but the stove is a really big fundamental part of that. You know, you can't camp in the winter time like this without a stove. It's about 28 degrees right now. It's going to get a little chillier, but so the stove wasn't in the tote. We came back to where we camped last week, and thank God the stove was exactly where I had placed it. It was kind of off to the side a little bit where I had it cooling down, but I don't know how in God's name I actually forgot this stove. I did bring my other stove just in case, but I really love this little Winnerwell stove I have. It's the Winnerwell Woodlander. I apologize, Woodlander, but all right, so here we go. We're gonna camp. Let's do this. Now that I have a heavier jacket and a stocking hat on, I feel much better. I came out here because I was super excited and stoked, and I just wanted to let everybody know that I had found the stove. But I want to talk to everybody real quick about kind of where we've been. The boys and I, we've just been hanging. We've been out, we've been camping, we've been doing our thing, but we just really haven't been sharing a lot of it on like YouTube or social media per se. We've been on Instagram and all that good stuff, but you know, sometimes you got to share those moments with each other before you share them to the world. And when you're battling with an 11-year-old and a 10-year-old in social media, sometimes you just have to let them understand and let them see that you're not all about that too. So, but we love sharing our story with everybody, and we love having adventures. And this is just going to be a fun little time. We're going to hang out. We're going to make some food. It's only like 5:45 and it's already dark. But coming back out and camping and sharing our adventures with you guys really means a lot to us. So we're gonna get this camp set up, and I'm gonna get the truck out of here. Maybe I won't, because I like sitting on the tailgate. All right, here is the tent. I've got the Lucy lights out here on the ground right now, so that way they're kind of lighting up the area. I've got the truck over there with about as much lights on as I can have it right now, but it's just too cold for the boys to be out here at the moment. When it's cold like this, the problem with having little ones, it's not really a problem, but you want to make sure they can't get a chill. If they do get a chill, then unfortunately they're going to be cold all night long. So this is going to take me just a couple minutes to set up. It's a really, really fast setup. I'd show you guys, but it's too dark to do that now, but we'll be back in a few. So as we're setting up here, I get a lot of these questions about like what this stuff is. This is just Reflectix, and I just have these sections here. I have two of them that are taped together, and then the one that's sitting up there behind the stove, that's the same piece of Reflectix that I've had since Keegan and I built our other tent. You can see a little burn mark on the top of it. It's been there, well, for over a year. And I just put this behind the stove to help kind of retain some of the heat so it doesn't escape through this thin tent wall. But I keep getting a lot of questions about kind of the setup. So before I bring the cots in here, this is how it is. This is the Ozark Trail $50 TP tent. Dorian just tripped over one of the leads outside here. He's running around. But anyway, this is just a $50 tent. And I put Reflectix on the floor. Now, this stuff is a lifesaver. While we're sitting in here hanging out, the ground's still going to be cold. So when we get the tent nice and warm, we'll just be in our socks. And this stuff maintains the heat inside so we don't get cold. And that works wonderfully back there. We'll stack our wood, we'll pull our table up. We picked up another cot and we'll show you guys that, but I've been asked a lot about this Reflectix. That's it, this is all I carry with me. So we keep it in our hot tent tote. All right, so this is a $30 cot, Ozark Trail at Walmart. People ask me why I always buy a lot of Ozark Trail or why I buy a lot of Walmart stuff. To tell you the truth, Walmart's not far from my house when we come in town, and some of this Ozark Trail stuff, it just isn't bad quality. I don't believe you need to spend an arm and a leg outside or on outdoor gear all the time. I do have high-end gear, don't get me wrong, but all the time on everything, you don't have to do that. And when I buy something like this, it's 30 bucks. If it doesn't work, but this is something I need, I'll then upgrade and spend more money. But honestly, it's a cot. I mean, let's see how it looks. Pull this cardboard off. This is what it's like once I pull it out of the bag. Open it up.
Pulls out like so.
Wow, this is super easy. So I'm going to
30 bucks for this.
yeah, 30 bucks for this. This isn't bad, and it locks into place. So let's go ahead and put it over in the corner.
Way better than just that.
Well, he has that other cot, and those things kind of, they're all right. He can sleep it on
But they're
his.
for like kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I am a kid.
Oh, and then you push it down, and that's kind of it. It's got,
Sleeping good
it's even
today.
spring loaded down here on the bottom, man. Check it out when you sit on it.
What?
I don't have it all the way locked in. Hold on, buddy. Set up for just one moment.
Oh, that's cool.
So, we got to make sure Dorian's all the way in the corner, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get him. Oh, you're gonna have to come over here, dude.
Yeah, so when we go to bed, you're going to have to lock it in place so it doesn't, fall down on us.
And it looks like, oh, once you get them set out like this on the other side. So let's turn the cot around because there's actually locks on this other side here. That makes a lot of sense. I thought it was pretty cool how it went together, but I was getting a little nervous about how my boy's going to be in here. So once you get the legs pushed out, there.
That's smart.
Yeah, once you get these legs pushed out, and they're not the easiest legs to push out. No, they're not bad though. Wow. That just really made this cot a lot tighter, didn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be comfortable.
Okay. So then let's see. It's pretty nice, and it's got this shock in the middle. Let me show you guys here what we're looking at. So here are the locks that I was talking about. You actually have to push this lever forward and back, and then this swings down and it locks in here like this. And once it locks in, it becomes a really tight setup, and it makes the cot really tight. And the cool thing is this piece here and this piece here, look at this. When I push on it, spring loaded. So let's set on it. All right, so I'm sitting on it. I weigh 200 pounds. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Not bad. 30 bucks. The measurements on it are a little different though. It's a little narrower, but I got it for a kiddo, so you got to keep that in mind. It is 75 inches long, 25 inches deep. It's 17 and a half inches high. So when I get my cot in here, we'll show you guys like the height difference between the two. Got something on my face. But yeah, heck yeah, 30 bucks. It's nice. We got the stove rocking and rolling. Dorian's over here, he's reading. And Keegan's down here on his cot, he's reading. Got it all set up, we're ready to rock. Here's our dishes over here. We got some wood. There's our chicken. Be using this firebox pot, or well, I guess it's kind of a skillet pan set. I really enjoy them a lot. So we're gonna turn the stove down here a little bit. I had to keep the door open just a crack because the wood I have is just a little bit too long for my stove. So I have it kind of cockeyed in there right now. But we're definitely rocking and rolling and just hanging. Dorian's cot is super high. Is it comfortable, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dorian's just tired.
He's tired, but we're gonna get this food going here. I love this hot tent. The only problem that I'm having is I can't really have another table. I have a corner table over here, but I need something to prep food on. So prepping food in the daytime is not an issue. Prepping food at night, though, is different, isn't it? So here in my lap, I have the chicken, and I've got the lid underneath it. This is what I'm gonna put on top of it while I'm cooking it. This is Panda Express sweet chili sauce. So I think it'll be good. All right, so I went ahead and added just some of the sauce, not all the sauce, onto that chicken. I'm gonna cover that chicken. I'm gonna rotate it probably about every 15 minutes. All right, we got some of the chicken going now. I turned the stove down just because I don't want to burn the food. It's already smelling good in here. We just flipped the chicken. It's looking good. I put a little more sauce on there. And we'll let it set for about another 15 minutes on this side, and we'll flip it again. Well, the chicken and sauce and the peppers, everything's cooking down now. We're gonna eat in just a moment. Boys are enjoying their books. And Keegan, he's almost done with his new book, but it's good.
I'm on page mark 100.
We're just relaxing though, it's worth it. So it looks like our onions are now just about see-through. Means they're done. We're gonna get this rice cooked while this is resting and eat. I've got this Uncle Ben's Ready rice here. What I'll do is I'll add some water to it and I'll put it in the pan. Now, I've always had issues, like if I've just cooked this rice just plain as it is, it's super dry. So if I add a little bit of water into it and let it just cook off, it's perfect. All right, the rice is done. Here it is, a sweet chili chicken. Go ahead and try your first bite. First bite of rice.
Oh, rice? Or I'll try rice first.
I'm gonna try the chicken.
It goes well with the peppers.
Is it good?
Really?
Is it good, Dorian?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna give it a
Tastes
shot.
like Panda Express.
I wonder why.
No joke.
We used Panda Express sauce, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give it a shot. See how it tastes. Got a bite of everything on here.
Peppers, everything.
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we impressed ourselves. I was worried that we're gonna have too much food made, but I think these guys are gonna have seconds because I know I'm probably gonna as well.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid good.
I think we never had seconds. Well, if camp food, have we?
Well, because we usually eat so much of it and then we're full.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna hang, we're gonna eat, and we're gonna hang. And then we're gonna clean up our dishes a little bit. And then we're gonna read and go to bed.
I think we should save some for later, like in the morning.
Oh yeah, breakfast. We have some oatmeal and stuff. Oatmeal for breakfast. Yeah, sounds good. All right, well, we'll be back. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is after 8. He slept a long time, but we slept good. Didn't get cold. I used one of those 3-hour like burning blocks for your fireplace in the stove. I put it in there right before we went to bed, and it burned for about 5 hours.
Way longer than it's supposed to.
Yeah, I closed the damper on the stove, on the actual stove jack, and then I closed the damper on the bottom of the stove too, so it burned nice and slow. It was good. I had 2 of them, so then I put another one in, and they literally kept us all night. We slept like babies. So good. So now it's time for some oatmeal and some tea.
Tea.
Yeah.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Yeah.
So we're thinking we might invest in a larger tent,
Larger stove.
in a larger stove. Not because we don't love this one, but we're getting bigger, and we want to use cots. This is good for 2 people in gear or 1 person in gear. 3 people and stuff. It leaves little room to get out of the tent, because you can only put the stove in one spot. You can only put the stove there by our dirty dishes. If you look inside, the stove is still burning a little. It's keeping us warm though still, so it's still warm. But
We're gonna get it going.
yeah, we're gonna get it going, aren't we?
Yep. It's gonna be super warm in here that I'm not gonna have to get out of this.
Oh yeah.
Well, what I like about the sleeping bag is I think it like holds your body temperature.
Well, it does. We doubled Dorian's sleeping bag out, but you can see he slid out of his sleeping bag. We just did that because it was supposed to get so cold last night, but he didn't get cold.
Not one bit.
So
Especially with a higher cot.
the higher cot keeps you up higher in the air, huh?
Yeah. And the heat rises.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, all heat rises.
All right, we're gonna get some tea going.
Wood smells good.
All right, well, I just cleaned out the bottom of the stove, threw some more wood in there. And look at that. It's still nice and hot on the backside. That wood automatically caught already. Those blocks, that's something we'll definitely do again. When you are using the blocks though, I'm gonna warn you all now, you gotta be careful, because if you close your dampers up too much, they'll fill your whole area full of smoke. I know that for sure.
Cooks food fast.
Oh yeah, but it's good. It's real good. Yeah, I am. Let's drop my coffee lid and my tea lid. So I'm switching the straps. I already switched the straps on one of my bags here, which is my burrito bag, which looks really sweet now. I put these straps on the sides of it. They're cool. They're the new straps from Centerline, and they've got these from Centerline Systems. They have these really awesome loops where you can attach other things to them. So I've got the burrito all strapped up, ready to rock. I like that. Just gonna put them on the mother, the MCC, the mother canteen carrier. But as I was doing that, I noticed something that's kind of a little different, and I'll show you. So I'm gonna just have to hook into the top, I guess. It's not a huge deal really, but these are both female loops here. Sorry about that. These are both female loops here. But these coming in, one is a female
So I'll have to grab a hold of it down here instead. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be like that. Here, I went ahead and attached it. So this is what it's gonna end up looking like. You're just gonna have this empty slot here. Just because you can't. I mean, you could take this side and stick it in there, but then it would just, to me, it looked too ununiform. So you could do that. But then you're gonna have one side that's kind of off, you know what I mean? Like that versus that. I don't know how much I like that. But it does give itself a quick release. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put the clip on it, leave it all together. I think it's my best bet. But these straps are cool. Let me see if I'm gonna have to put the camera down for a moment here. These straps are cool because they give you just that much more kind of, I wouldn't really say storage, but opportunities to hold on to more things. Looks comfortable too. It's a little bit wider. Looks good. Kind of sticks up now a little bit. But it looks good. Alright, well, we've eaten some food. We've just been hanging out and honestly reading some books. The kids are doing a walk around. They love to walk around in the park. I'm gonna go check out the water and then they'll do a loop like they always do. And we've got plans. We're gonna head out of here soon and we are going to go shooting. So we'll catch up with you in a bit. It's all part of our day.
The blinking isn't real. Is it all still mom's ornaments?
Yeah.
Let me see if you can look in the mirror.
What are my ornaments?
Tommy Bacon.
All that hair is black.
Tell you, the map of the robbery led us to this area, and then so close.
Can't even see the target from here on the camera. Oh, here, bring it up to your left a little bit. Oh, you're there.
I brought it up to the left. I think this is my last shot.
Well, guess what? Oh. Hold on. So our target is way down there. It's about 40 yards from us. And the boys are shooting. It's a pling target, so when they hit it, it spins. They've both hit it a few times. See if we can get it again.
Shoot on the exhale.
Almost. How do you feel about that, Grandpa?
Makes my bones hurt.
We are back at the house. We're gonna unload the stuff, and yeah, that was about it. You know what, guys? We had a lot of fun just camping, and then we went out to my dad's house and did some shooting, and then did some fixing. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Hey, Dad, have you ever tried pooping while standing?
What did you ask me?
Have you ever tried pooping while standing? Have you?
No.
Oh, you're recording.